Hey designers, welcome to another episode of HauseBuild. I'm Yeeling. Today, I'm going to show you how AI can be your 24/7 design critic partner. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how you can use AI to critique your design work using our company's landing page as a real example. You will learn how to prepare your work for AI review. You'll also learn the perfect prompt to get actionable feedback. We'll also be trying out different LLMs to see how they respond. This approach can save you time and improve your designs. Let's get started. Okay, before we can get AI feedback, we need to prepare our design properly. As you can see, I'm using our house landing page, which is already online. So I will be using a browser plugin called Go Full Page, in which I can capture a full page screen capture. Okay, feel free to use something like that as well. You can always simply export the landing page from your Figma directly. So before we go into the critic, what I like to do is to go into Claude or whichever LLM that you prefer using. So we want to generate the prompt that we can use to create that design feedback. I would first give my LLM a role to play. We are taking on the role of a UX expert. I'm a UX UI designer. Or you can even put in student. Okay, maybe I'll just put in student designer. Before we begin, could you help me craft the optimal perfect prompt to get this going? Feel free to give me some questions or feel free to ask me anything. Okay, maybe I'm going a little too much here. Okay, so let's see what goes on here. Okay, so now they have given us a feedback, or rather they've given us a template. I think we can copy and paste this. Okay, so we can copy and paste this whole thing. And then what we can do is we can paste it in and then just kind of change this. Okay, so project purpose. My landing page design is describe who will use this. What actions do you want users to take? We want to drive our users to sign up for our product waitlist. Okay, so design stage. Okay, specific areas of concerns. Any particular? I'm concerned. Constraints, not at the moment. Okay, so here they actually share. I'll share screenshot. So I will change this to I'll upload a screenshot of my design. Please provide feedback on visual hierarchy, information architecture, so on and so forth. And mobile responsiveness, if applicable, you can of course add on things like design principles, elements, how do you spell HEU, heuristics, evaluation. Okay, let me put if applicable. I'm looking for both positive aspects and opportunities for improvement with specific suggestions. Okay, if you are still concerned and you want to tweak your prompt a little, you can always ask, could you look at my prompt, my input, and let me know if this prompt is okay. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay. The only thing I'll add is to upload multiple screenshots. Okay, so they said it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, paste this. All right, so we're going to try the different services. So as you can see here, I have ChatGPT, I have Gemini, I have Grok, I have DeepSeek, and I have Claude. Okay, so we will be starting with ChatGPT. Gonna paste the prompt here. Typically, I'd like to still add that our rows, so I'm gonna copy and paste the rows. So, okay. So I'll add this, like some feedback and critic from a UX perspective. Okay, here's some context. Okay, so I think this is good. I'm gonna copy this, upload the screenshot, and let's see what happens. Okay, so while ChatGPT is working on our file or working on our review or feedback, I'm gonna now add the prompt into Gemini. They are all taking a bit of time, so let me just go ahead with doing on all of the different LLMs. As a disclaimer, I only have the paid version on Claude and Grok. So ChatGPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek for me is the free version. So let's go through one by one on what the other LLM said. You'll be the judge to see if you feel that the critics are good enough. All right. So for ChatGPT, visual hierarchy and information architecture, they first explain what works well. So the headline is strong, concise, sectioning is clear, icons and visuals help break down. Areas for improvement. Okay, sub-headline lacks clarity on what houses, consider tweaking it. In this case, they even give an example, so I think that's great, and it talks a little bit about the content. Okay, I think a lot of our students struggle with that, and this is where AI really can help with the content writing. So the how it works section could benefit from yada 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 da 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 da. Okay, I think that's great. Layout and spacing, grid structure is evident. Keeping elements aligned and well organized, there is a good balance. Areas for improvement, some sections feel too condensed. Ah, that's good. Maybe I can go make the changes as well. Increasing the line height and paragraph spacing. Okay, comparison table is a bit cramped. I do find that it's a little I was expecting more, honestly, but I think it's okay for the first round. I mean, considering our prompts is first layer, we didn't really share that much, right? Typography and readability, contrast is good, strong, mix of both. Okay, they're really analyzing the whole thing. Okay, the get early access section uses light text on the I like how they're talking about like font weight. Especially for users with visual impairments. So if you want your design to be critic in terms of usability and accessibility, feel free to include that in. I really want feedback on whether is this accessible. So this is where highlighting who your target audience is very important because it gives the AI context on who you are creating this for. Okay, color usage and accessibility. See? Okay, red call to action stands out. Red text on a black background may have contrast issues. Consider adding hover states. I mean, okay, to be fair, I think, I can't remember. I need to go and check. But I think some of our designs do have hover states. But of course, if you are uploading an image, right, it may be a bit tougher for them to see. What I'll be interested to see is if we can paste the link. So maybe we can try that out later on because I understand some LLMs, they don't really see or check the link yet. But let's try later on, okay? Navigation and user flow. Okay, add a sticky note main, areas for improvement, mobile responsiveness. Assuming mobile responsiveness is a priority, ensure CT, okay, because they can't really see, right? We uploaded a JPEG image. Design principles. For those of you who know, these are sort of like the quote-unquote standard heuristics that we typically use to evaluate a design. So error prevention, match between system. Final thoughts, top 5 quick fixes. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt this with ChatGPT because I think they can read website. Let's see if it works. Searching the web. So in the meantime, let's look at what Gemini say. Absolutely, let's dive into your landing page design. You notice how the way they format the feedback is a bit different? Okay, I don't think I don't think one is better than the other. It's just different. So you take whatever makes sense for you. Back then, before AI, the amount of time that you take to go ask your friends for critique and to do user testing is already way longer. So why not every time you finish an iteration, simply open up all of this LLM and just input and get feedback from there, and then you can make changes. So this can all be done very quickly. So feedback breakdown, visual hierarchy. The visual hierarchy is weak. Ooh, it's straightforward. The bold headline is good, but the supporting information below is lost due to dull contrast. Okay. Suggestion. Prioritize key information. Use content views. Okay, so I noticed that with Gemini, they are less specific. They are more like, in general, this is how it is. So because here it mentions the content views cran, right? But it doesn't really say which section. Of course, you can prompt it. When my choice of a light font. Okay, suggestion. Okay. The other thing that might be a concern is if you start getting so many feedback all at once, you might be overwhelmed. So get used to using one of the models that you really like. So far, I would say Gemini, not really my favorite in this case because it seems a little not as specific as I can. Okay, I can't fully access, but they are very straightforward. I like. The user doesn't get much feedback. They are looking at the whole design more in a more generic way as a whole. Okay, let's see what Super Grok says. As a UX expert, I'm excited to provide feedback. Oh wait, I also want to test it out with Gemini. Okay, so after everything, I want them to take a look at the actual site. Okay, let's see if they can read web pages. Okay, so this is Grok. Visual hierarchy, positive design uses a clean dark background with bold red accents. This is effective for creating layout structure with clear sections. Ooh, spelling. While opportunities for improvements value is prominent but it may not immediate. Okay, that's very good. Consider adding a concise tagline. Yeah, I think I have a lot of things to update now. Okay, how it works section uses icons and short descriptions, but the text is dense and could be prioritized better. Use larger headlines, yada yada. Reorder or prioritize content based on user needs starts with the problem. Wow, I like this. I like how they are guiding me on how to reorder the content. I think that's very important. I find it very human. Grid-based layout with a dark background and white text creates a modern. That's good use of a central image. Effectively breaks out. Whoa. Okay, I like Grok. Increase vertical padding between sections. Oh, even suggestions on the pixels to create more breathing room and improve scannability. Okay, so I'll just skim through this because I think it's a lot. And also for those of you who don't know what our landing page is, right? You may not be very familiar with the feedback. So I just really want to give you guys an intro to how you can do this. Okay, let's take a look at Claude. By the way, Claude is now on 3.7, which is the latest release. So let's look at Claude. Positive aspects. Good use, value proposition, clear headline. Okay, initial value prop could be strengthened with a single. So I think Claude also goes well. I think I'm getting lost in all of this. I can't upload this. So what I'm gonna do is let's see if they can search the site. I think they can. I believe DeepSeek can do that. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT. Yep. So thank you for providing access. So if you have a live site, you can also, of course, do a critic on your live site. I want to focus on maybe the mobile responsiveness. So here, because when they check your actual link, they can check if it's mobile responsive or not. So that makes a lot more sense. Enhanced visual. Honestly, I think they are all really, really good. Okay, I would say now I'm a little biased because these days I'm very into using Grok just simply because it sounds very human. But of course, you can always tweak them, right? I mean, they are AI, so you can always tell ChatGPT if there is anything you don't understand. Okay, I'm going back to Figma to adjust these changes. Wait, did I spell something wrongly? I can't see. Changes. Now, I understand we set the premise as some of you may be rushing for work. So I would even add take note that I have 2 hours before deadline. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So what I'm trying to do now is basically when you are faced with so many critics, but you may be at a loss of okay, what should I change first? So we basically get the AI to help you prioritize what you can change. Maybe sort of figuring out the low hanging fruits, and then maybe you can work on those first. I have trouble assessing. Okay, never mind. Gemini can't. I'm just gonna paste the Figma thing. Okay, so Grok reviewed my live page. That's good. Okay, so as you can see, we use ChatGPT to ask about the to ask for prioritization. So got it. Since you have 2 hours before the deadline, I'll focus on high impact quick changes that you can implement immediately. Oh, they even put down the timing. Very good. Highest priority, biggest impact, quick fixes, 45 minutes, improve readability of body text. Yeah, that's a quick fix. That's a good one. CTA refinement. Okay. Section distinction for clarity. I like background. Wow. Oh, I feel like this is two parts. It's gonna make my job as an educator much easier. It's also gonna make students' life much easier, because a lot of students, they want to know feedback, but also sometimes I don't know what level of feedback you want. You might want something very in-depth, or whatever I mentioned you may not clearly completely understand, and you add in the logistical issues. For example, if the class is super big, as an educator I can't really give like undivided attention to a particular student. So I really think using AI to help you improve, and not just understand what to improve on, but also really give you very tailored feedback. For those of you who are rushing for deadline, this is good. They give you that prioritization. Okay, let's see. With Gemini, yeah, most of them kind of give similar suggestions, in the sense that increase the font size, line height, because these are quick fixes. So I think that makes sense. Okay. But I want to see what Grok says. This one is still the review. Did I not put yet? Whoa. I really like Grok's output because it's very detailed. Also, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to ask the same thing. Ooh, we have the output from DeepSeek. For those of you who have not tried DeepSeek yet, this is also free. And you can actually access the DeepThink R1 as of now, where you can actually see the thought process, which I think is super interesting. You see how they were basically, the AI is talking to themselves and like thinking through all the process. So same thing, they give the kind of output. I'll read through this later on. I will not bore you with the details of my landing page. Now, I'm gonna change. Okay, for DeepSeek, we haven't tried the link. Let's see if they can also evaluate my live page. Okay, because from my understanding, Claude has an issue with the live site. So let's see. They cannot. No, they don't. Wait, there. Because here it says links provided may not be accurate. Or maybe it's just not live. Okay, I'm not too sure where their knowledge ends, but it's okay. So my take with DeepSeek is it's not bad considering you're not paying. But sometimes it's a bit slower, but it's okay. You're not paying. Here's a prioritized list of small actionable changes you can make in Figma, starting with the highest impact tweaks that will deliver the most value. Clarify the value proposition, why it's valuable. Wow, they even give you the Figma steps. Open your Figma file, navigate to the hero section, add a secondary CTA, Figma steps, and even the hex code and stuff. Not bad. So I really like this part where they even explain their thought process. Yeah, I think it's always good to know the why behind things, because that solidifies our learning much better. Okay, I think we've come to the end of our quick sharing in terms of how you can use AI to do your design critic. Remember, it is all in your prompt. Make sure you are prompting very clearly. If you enjoy this video, please let us know. Subscribe to our channel for more. Finally, we're also working on something very exciting. Definitely go to house.co, HAUSE.co, and join our waitlist. Bye bye!